and shares to cooperatives, even bank loans. Now it is SHA. Can you disaggregate these staff payables? Is it possible to know how much?
Yes, on every month, the staff amounts of Muranga is about 350 million shillings. So that then means on and above that, about 100 million will be some other forms of deductions, and which we at times we usually pay, and but of course that does not mean we don't have some arrears here and there. Some are historical, so you have to. That's why we have to capture them. You have to keep on paying them.
In these documents, Governor, do you have that breakdown? If it is not there, then we request you to bring that breakdown.
Yes,
because for us it's very important.
We can provide, Chair.
7 days. I think we can't belabor on this because that data is not here. Let's have it, that breakdown on these staff payables. What constitutes salaries? Yes, or do you understand me before I finish?
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted also at other matters where we were querying the aspect of the law requires that pending bill be paid as past charge the previous year. But we were looking at it, there were some pending bills dating back to 2015 up to, so we were saying why that long. That was another issue which we addressed at the matters.
Okay.
Chair, allow me to also maybe write on to what the auditor said.
So it's actually saying that then you can look at what was there in the other paragraph, then you look at them together. There's another query in the emphasis of matter on pending bills. Then we look at them together. Yeah, let's just look at it.
Chair, there is something.
Yes,
that
I know,
request.
but I'm saying, you know, there's a query on pending bills again.
Okay.
And the other matter,
Yes.
emphasis of matter.
Okay.
So let's let him go through it, then I will look at them both.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. This is pending bills, paragraph number 2, under emphasis of matter. The financial statements reflects Kenya shillings 412 million.
Page 5 on your document, yes. Yes, just go on.
The financial statements reflect Kenya shillings 412, 257, 670, and Kenya shillings 930 million, 244, 940 in respect to pending bills, both totaling to Kenya shillings 1 billion, 342, 502, 610 as at 30th June 2024, as disclosed in other important disclosures, notes 1 and 2, and as also disclosed in annexes 2 and 3. The amount includes Kenya shillings 448 million, 144, 408 in respect to pending bills from the previous years dating back to the financial year 2015-2016. The management did not provide explanation why the accumulated pending bills were not prioritized contrary to Regulation 41, subsection 2 of the Public Finance Management County Government Regulations 2015, which states that debt service payments shall be a first charge on the county revenue fund, and the accounting officer shall ensure that this is done to the extent possible, that the county government does not default on debt obligations. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, allow me to go straight to the current status. The county executive has been settling its. We have attached a report on status of pending bill payment plan and included in the pending bills in the procurement 2024-2025 procurement plan extract on pending bills. Attached find annexure 2A pending bill status report and payment plan. 2B extract of the financial year 2024-2025 procurement plan. 2D progress report on the settlement of pending bills as at 30th of June 2024. The county always completes its existing projects before starting new ones. Attached find annexure 2. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, what the auditor is saying is that in the payment of your pending bills, you are not adhering to the first in, first out, in that you have even pending bills dating back to 2015, 2016 financial year. If the goods and services were provided in that year, why is it that those pending bills have not been paid to date? Is it that they are ineligible? What is the reason? For example, if it was a classroom, ECD classroom that was being constructed, it is constructed and in use. Why aren't you paying those pending bills? Senator, you wanted to ask something.
I actually, Chair, think in the course of it that I had not looked at Annex 2. It's what I'm trying to look at, but I was just concerned whether the county government, the current county government, was able to verify the pending bills of their predecessors. But I think, Chair, I think this is answered in Annex 2, which is what I'm trying to go through. But Chair, let me underscore the fact that pending bills need to be settled so that, Chair, the economy of the county, because most of the suppliers and the contractors are people from within the county. So, Chair, it's important that we settle pending bills.
Governor.
Yes,
The
Chair.
question the auditors are asking is that they are pending bills dating back to 2015, 2016. You have that plan to pay, but are you prioritizing them? That is basically the query.
Yes, Chair, we have been paying and we have been given priority to the old debts. And Chair, we can be able to bring evidence of payments of verified pending bills that were incurred prior to us coming into office. And we can be able to show that which were deemed as
When did you carry out the verification of the pending bills? If you did, you have a report. That's what your senator is asking, Senator Newt.
Yes, Chair, we do have a report. We did it within 3 months when we came into office. That would be the month of October, November, December. And we have a report that shows what went through, what was deemed ineligible.
Is it attached here?
We can provide within 7 days, Chair, and the minutes and the appointment, even the procedure of appointment of the committee. And we show to what extent we have gone towards paying those old debts that were deemed payable, Chair. Thank you.
And auditor, these statements are supposed to have a schedule of pending bills. I can't see them. Have you put all of them, or you removed some parts? Like, I can't see the schedule of pending bills in these certificates. Do you have them?
Yeah, this is what we raised in the earlier observation, that further, it was also noted that Annex 2 and 3 to the financial statements did not disclose the detailed analysis. We raised this in the issue.
Oh, that's what you mean by detailed analysis?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so Governor, your statement did not provide a detailed analysis of the pending bills. That's why I'm not very able to really follow. And the print that is here is too small. I think I'm getting old. I can't read. I can't read what is happening.
Yes,
here.
you certainly are getting old, Chair, like everybody else here.
So, Governor, when you are paying the pending bills, do you follow that first in, first out? Can you demonstrate that?
Chair, we do, and we can provide evidence.
Auditor, how do we?
There was a question. The pending bills for way back 2015. What is the
When
problem?
I asked that same question right now. Yes, and they said that they are trying to pay. I think you're talking yes.
2015.
Yes, and they have document they'll provide within 7 days. Governor, give us the report of you have the report of the okay. Yes, that was the response he gave.
So that means by next year you would have cleared your work plan as far as pending bills is concerned. You have a position now.
Yes, Chair, maybe if you don't mind,
Yes.
I can draw your attention to Annexure 2D.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
Annexure 2D
Yeah.
of this document.
First, Governor, you are saying plan pending bills. I'm happy you are using the word plan. Then you have said pending bills, tarehe sita November 2024. And then this one of 2B.
Okay, to be there.
Okay. But it's not legible, Chair, unless you can see.
No, me I can't.
Because I can see on the weapon you document.
Yeah, it's important that we ask whoever prepares these documents to do a larger font next time. Yeah, and page net, because I also can hardly see, read.
No, maybe we can just go to the first page that shows the summary.
Which one?
2D, just where we have put
B or D?
D for donkey.
Yes,
Okay, let's see.
It is
what is
here.
there.
So you can see our historical debts were 412 million.
From which year?
Anything before 2024
Okay.
it was 412. Amount paid was 280. We are only left with 131 million.
But I can see most of them are recent. 2022, 2020, Chair.
Maybe, Chair, we can go to page 4. Page 4. If you go to page 4, in the middle, you'll see these 2021 amounts, avocado seedlings. The first column was the amount, the second amount is when it was paid, the last one, the outstanding balance. You can see there is no, it reads everything has been paid for 2021.
Chair, I think I'm getting mixed up, Chair. So because when the governor says that,
Page 4.
or just a minute, Senator Cherargei, please. When the governor refers us to Annex 2D for dog and says that the historical debts were 412 million and something, and that only 131 has not been paid. There was an earlier report of a particular payment plan where 870 million have already been paid for this quarter. There's an amount for next quarter. And so which is which then? I mean, what did that relate to?
Yes, Chair, as you can see, this document is written Progress Report on Settling Pending Bill as at 30th of June 2024. That is last year. Now the other one was 2025, this year. So meaning we are talking of the pending bills that accumulated in the financial year. And for this one, why the amount may have gone up, that's why we are saying there are some spillovers into the new financial year, like salaries, such.
Chair, I think the governor had explained. Can we, I want to follow up on what Senator Nyuso asked. So you had said here in this, the first, this big page, 837 million had been paid. But you gave us total of 1.9 billion outstanding pending bill. Then here you are telling us historical pending bill is 131,804,979. So in this 1.9 billion, what does it comprise? This is just a global figure.
Governor?
Chair, allow me to go back to this big document.
Yes, we are there.
So we start with the amount. The amount is 1.9 billion. Then, yes, when you look at the supplier contractor, it is 695 in total. Then when you come to salaries, anything concerning salaries and whatever gratuity, it is 1.1 billion. Staff allowances, they are 30 million. So that comes to 1.9 1.9 billion. Why is it that the staff, we declared huge amounts for staff? It is purely because of the crossing over. You know, you have to declare what we crossed over with some salaries. But when it comes to the actual contractors, this is the amount. The contractors are 695. So the point is, for contractors, the amount was little, and that's why you can see the contractors was little. The contractor amount was not a lot.
Yeah, but still we need to do a better job here. We need to give an aging analysis of these pending bills, because we don't know the ones that were incurred in 2023-24, 22-23. We cannot make the long and short of this. We don't know where the 695 million was incurred. You've just given us this action plan, but when was it incurred? Is it possible to get an aging analysis so that you know before maybe 2022-23 how much we had as pending bills, then 23-24 how much was incurred, 23-24-25 how much was incurred? Then you can make a good analysis of them. But the way it is now, it's difficult to follow. Extremely difficult.
Chair,
Yes.
number one, we just wanted to know what is the current status as far as salary and allowances are concerned. And I wonder why could a county have pending bills on salaries and allowances?
Governor?
What is the current status on that pending bill as of now?
Okay, Chair.
More specifically on salary and allowances.
Okay, Chair. Okay, one, our staff are being paid. Let's start from there. They don't have, we have not paid them. In fact, we pay them on time. But in terms of reporting for accounting purposes, that changes a little bit. Why? Because the report has to read the status as at 30th of June 2025. So if by that time you have not paid salaries, let's say you pay in the month of July 10th or July 5th, you have to declare that in your books that it is a pending bill. So the point is, that high declaration of salaries, it means they were not settled or paid as at 30th of June.
The current status, the second question.
The second question on the status, we have paid. We are, in terms of employees, they themselves, we have paid, but we have, there's 1 month that tends to roll over. Allow me maybe to give Wanageshia to explain further how that works.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, when we rolled over from the last financial year into this financial year, you realize that we have a, it spills over to the next financial year because of budgetary constraints. Unless we will be able to budget for 13 months, which is impossible because of the ratios, the budget ratios. So
Just
when
point
we
of
rolled,
order, Chair. You know, governor has hold on that issue of rollover clause was offered, which we have understood. I think what Senator Dulo is asking through the chair is what is the current status? We have understood the principle, why the pending bill is as of today.
Okay, I think the question is on this component, we have paid.
So what is the pending bill as of today in Oranga County Executive?
What exactly?
For this,
as or staff payables or combined?
No, since he has, I found it interesting that there was the issue of staff payables in terms of title reductions and salary. Is that what you are saying? So there are people who are working in Muranga who their salary is yet to be paid up to today.
No, I'm not sure.
So it's only statutory deductions.
We have paid salaries. No one has not been paid salaries.
So who do you owe this amount? Maybe this is interesting, Chair. Who do you owe this amount of staff payables?
Okay.
Is it the bank? Is it who?
Yes, there is a bank.
Yeah, then you should have disclosed. Which bank?
Family bank. And also 3 banks. One family bank, and also Amica and Menta.
So, Chair, that is why I was asking.
But not this amount now, because it has gone down.
So, as of today, just for clarity of mind, as of today, these banks you owe them is 495,823 million. As per your schedule.
Not sure. It has gone down because we have already paid.
No, as by the time this document was prepared.
Yeah. So,
just go to your document, Governor. Because I'm seeing June Chair to 2025 staff gross salary and reduction gratuity projected outstanding balance is 495 million.
Allow me to yield to Professor to explain the 495 or the chief.
Yeah, and then number 2, since the bank is being owed, the governor should give us an arrangement on how these banks and even the interest rates. Because I don't think banks work come as a data. There must be some interest rate. That is why Chair asked in the beginning, what was the status of this? So, Governor, through the Chair, as your CC explains, you should give us the arrangement that we have done with the banks.
And maybe as Professor answers, how do these staff payables come about? You said one way is because then you're not able to plan for 13 months, and therefore the salary for June would be paid in July, and so that salary would cross over as staff payable. The other one is for maybe loans. When I've had this explanation from most counties, that when you borrow from the bank to pay, because of late disbursement, you borrow net, excluding all the deductions, statutory deductions. But finally, the Treasury releases all the money. What constrains you not to pay the statutory deductions at that time? And then they exist as penny bills for years. What happens? What is the problem?
Professor?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Maybe I can explain in terms of the 495 million that is owing at the moment. As the governor has said, this amount has definitely gone down because we've been paying. But the bulk of it comes from, in 1 month, we usually pay around 350 million for salaries. So when we roll over in June and we are able to borrow from the bank instead of using what we are getting from the exchequer, that borrowing from the bank comes to around 350. Yeah, so you can see the bulk of this money, 495, it's actually that 350 million. But as we move forward, once we are able to adjust our spending, we are still going to be able to pay that from the exchequer releases that we are getting, where we get 350, we pay, and then we are able to slow down on some other expenditure. For instance, like development expenditure, we are able to slow down on those pay. So the figure is just high because of that 1 month, which comes to around 350 million.
Okay. You know, in Moraga we say that as long as a child grows, the name does not matter. If you look at your, what do you call this? They have referred to me as John Newton. I'm actually not John, but I don't care because I'm still growing. Chair, I'm yet to understand, if you look at that same page, the pending bills as at 30th June 2025 totaled to 1.195 billion. And the explanation that keeps coming over, Chair, is that it's because of the spillover to the next financial year. So exactly where does this 1.1, how do you explain this 1.195 billion? And I'm referring to just staff, salary deductions and gratuity. Exactly how do we end up, if you are paying 350 million in salaries, Professor, every month, how do we come to this 1.195 billion as pending bills relating to staff payables?
Senator Adulo, you want to ask?
No, Chair.
Yes.
If I heard the governor very well, he said we don't owe staff any outstanding salary. That's number one. Number two, the figures we are seeing here is saying it's a spillover, carry forward for the purpose of end of financial year, which according to my understanding, by July, you should have cleared everything. And that is why I had asked, what is the current status as far as salaries and allowances are concerned? And of course, you might not have cleared the contractors and other people. So you are actually confusing us because there is no proper explanation. If salary for 1 month is 350 million, and the figures of pending bills is 1.195, so that is not for 1 month.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
more than a month.
I can explain that one,
Yeah.
Chair.
Governor?
Through the governor. I can explain that, as the governor had said, we'll be also dealing with some historical deductions that were not done by the previous government. And that's why you see that figure is a bit high than exactly. So the historical debts
Yeah,
from the
before, so
yeah.
that we don't lose that. So what did you do about that? You know it's criminal to deduct but not pay.
That's why
So
I
what,
said even,
and you ask a very important question, you are boring in net, so we want to know the interest. I think those are the key issues. And also, even when there is delay in month of July, the National Treasury, then we will be home and dry.
Governor?
Yes, Chair. Yes, I think allow me to the question that I've been asked. This 1.195 entails what? So he is right. 350 million is salaries, right? Then on and above that, we have money owing to other institutions. That includes CPF, lab trust. Yeah, amount by lab trust, CPF combined comes to almost 600, 700, 800 million. It's a huge amount. What are we doing about it? Chair, we have written, we had first an informal engagement with them personally. We met the CEOs of the two institutions. We told them, now look, this amount you are asking, you want us now to take exchequer, we pay you this amount. I think you need to be a little bit more open to new ideas. So we gave them a proposition which they agreed informally. We told them we can do a debt swap. We'll give them land. They will then write off these debts out of their books. And we met as a cabinet. We endorsed that idea. We wrote to them letters. We were next draft MOUs for them to look into that.
do you have any annex to what you're pointing, point us to what you're saying? Do you have those annexes? If not, maybe you can provide.
We can provide.
Yes.
Chair, I think we need to, you are ruling, and maybe the governor, because those are things he should have explained, like the
Yeah.
issue of lab trust and lab fund, the issue of banks. So, Chair, maybe he should also give us this. You have asked a question which is avoided on the net borrowing, because we need to know that percentage and how the banks, the arrangement they have made, because I don't think banks will allow you to borrow without a specific condition. So if we can answer both, maybe Chair, since this 1.9 billion pending bill is not clear, you can direct that apart from that explanation, we might need to direct also the OAG through you to also give you of this. Because that clarity has been moving from salaries, staff payables, to bank borrowing, to also the contractors and many others, and even claims, including allowances. Because in that year, Chair, if you look at the certificate, they have also queried the issue of interest. So I suspect it could be part of what we are calling staff claims and even allowances. Chair, I think there is more than miss there. You need to.
You know, Governor
direct.
Kang'ata sat in this committee and we used to drink from his wisdom in this committee and in the Senate, being a majority whip.
But he whipped me when he came to this committee.
So, Governor, you understand these things. Why I'm crying that we should have an aging analysis. We need to know for CPF how much was inherited from the former local authorities. How much was it, and what we are doing about it in terms of correspondences with CPF. What agreements do you have around that? How much are you going to pay maybe per month once you get your exchequer release? There is interest to CPF. So have you negotiated so that they drop that interest? Other councils and the staff, and why the staff should not be paid. If it is rollover of salaries, how much is it? 350 million. But Treasury finally gives that money. So if you are borrowing to pay, and the year is over, and all the money has been released by the Treasury, why do we still owe employees money? And how do you expect to pay CPF for the current deductions? Maybe leaving the historical money, like the ones by the local authorities, which then you're saying you can do some swap. That is the explanation that we want in this committee, so that then you can be comfortable. There is an attempt to make sure that the staff, the gratuity is paid, and when they retire, they'll get their gratuity. We want to be comfortable as defenders of devolution. So where is this 1.195, 63.52 coming from? Are you able to break it down if you gave it time, like 1 week? 1 week, you break it down for us, so that the auditors can get view of it, and all of us also ask, we can also get view of it. Is it possible to do that?
Yes, Chair, we will do that item by item. We come to suppliers contract this 695. How much has been paid so far? How much is outstanding? We come to this 1.1. How much has been paid so far?
How much has been
outstanding
accumulated per year?
Per year. What is the proposal we have sent to CPF, the lab trust, and also even NSSF? We have written to the three institutions. Then we come how much is outstanding, how much has been paid. In 1 week we can come up with that.
Members, do you think we need to follow through this, or we have done adequate justice to it?
Chair, my proposal is that let the OAG keep in view, and the governor can give what he is proposing, then we do analysis of it. Since this is something, since they are appearing in January, February, on the financial year 2024-2025, we can keep in view, because I know it will come as other matters.
And that is the type of explanation that we want. Please disaggregate these pending bills. Let's know what was incurred when, the pending bill, and how much you paid so far. I think we don't need to belabor this issue. Governor, you're a very experienced hand, having learned from this Senate. Some of us really adore you, and maybe also get in touch with the officers as you're preparing this, so that we can also guide them. Auditor, the next paragraph is?
Thank you, Chair. The next paragraph is on budgetary control and performance.
That is an accounting issue. Do you think you can resolve it here?
No, this is a common.
Yeah, it's a generic issue. You can leave it so that you keep it in view in the subsequent audit, in the ongoing audit. Next one we want to look at is compensation of employees.
Chair, the next issue is the common one also, that non-adherence to the loan.
That one you don't need to look at it. Kenya is quite tribal. Moran.
Maybe Chair, since that one is a generic.
Okay.
What
you want? Maybe you want us to get a feel of it. Let's see.
Maybe
1.2.
This one is.
Let me just go through
okay.
it.
Establishment.
There is to law on staff ethnic diversity. Auditor.
Thank you, Chair. Non-adherence to the law on staff ethnic diversity and an analysis of the staff ethnicity from the records provided revealed that 93% of employees of the county executive were from the same ethnic community, contrary to Section 7, subsection 2 of the National Cohesion and Integration Act 2008, which provides that no public establishment shall have more than 1/3 of its staff from the same ethnic community. In addition, during the year, the county executive employed 39 staff members. However, analysis of the records provided revealed that 87.18% of the employees recruited were from the dominant ethnic community. This is contrary to Section 65, subsection 1E of the County Government Act 2012, which requires that at least 30% of vacant posts at the entry level are filled by candidates who are not from the dominant ethnic community. In the circumstances, management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Governor.
Yes, the county executive is working progressively towards attaining the requirements of the law in all future recruitments. Maybe, Chair, further, we had a public service board that we found there. You know, it's the one that does the recruitments. Its term has ended. We thought maybe as a way towards remedying this problem, we bring in members who are majority are non-Kikuyus. Now we have one Dr. Lishenga, who is from Luya region. We have Dr. Musikali. Yeah.
Maybe just on clarity, the one who is Rupa, the one rural hospitals, Brian Lishenga.
Allow me to check that. I'll check that.
No, Chair, but the governor is being mischievous because Dr. Brian Lishenga is the CEO of rural hospitals, the RUPA. Is it the same person? Private hospitals?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Why would you hire somebody who is already running, is more an activist?
Oh, no.
No, it's interesting, Chair, because as a unionist, I don't know, it's RUPA is the CEO of rural urban private hospitals.
Why do you want to fear unionists?
No, it's not fearing, but I'm asking this likely to conflict because he's representing interest of rural private hospitals. Yet he's working with a county government. Will it not conflict?
Well, the truth is, it's just because he's a medical doctor and he has taught medicine at Igato University.
No, through the chair, I'm not questioning credibility through the chair. My issue is we did pass the law on conflict of interest the other day. And there are some parameters under the law. Because my worry is that he's a champion of rural private hospitals. So how can you, is not, unless he has resigned, has he resigned?
I don't know, but I don't see a conflict here.
It's a conflict of interest. That is why you cannot practice as an advocate and as a governor. That is what we pass in the law, Chair. You cannot practice as a teacher and as a senator. That's what the new law says. Who is your county attorney? Is he here or she is here?
No, Chair, I will have to check, Chair.
You know, Governor, I love you because you might be sued or you might be taken to court because you are making executive decisions.
Okay, Chair.
Yeah, can I request this? Can the governor report back if Dr. Brian Lishenga has resigned as the CEO of rural private hospitals to now take up responsibility in Murang'a County Executive, so that that conflict is not there? And you know,
but is he the CEC for?
No, it's the fact that he works, and that is why you are a teacher. You cannot continue teaching in boy girls, and you are the senator. The law is very clear. Don't you think so, Governor?
Okay, Chair.
Can you go to court and you are a governor? Can you represent a client and you are a governor? As per the new law of conflict of interest.
I will have to check, but I don't see anything that would bar me. Yeah. In fact, there have been some case law on that issue. We were with you, Chair, when Orengo, Senator Mogeni here used to represent the Senate in
But the
court.
Senate,
Even
not
you
clients.
Even yours truly, my friend Gerard Gay, has represented clients. And I don't see anything that, as long as it is not.
But before, Chair, before the signing of the new law of conflict of interest, you need to be conversant with it. Because I don't want you to finish your 2 term, then you are being frog-marched by some fellows who are Brazilian. Tell Brian Lishenga to resign from CEO Rupa and join the government of Murang'a. Then you will be safe. I yield back, Chair.
Governor, just go ahead and answer the query.
Yes, we have Dr. Musikali, who is from the Kamba region. Dr. Musikali also is non-committed. So we hope with the two coming in from non-dominant, maybe when recruitments will be done, probably that might assuage this problem.
The part that I wanted to address is on this observation that we made as a committee, that out of 39 staff members, that 4 of whom are from the dominant ethnic community, contrary to the law, give us the people who had applied for the job. Let us see the ethnic diversity of the applicants. And then now we compare with the ones who got the job, 34. Because your answer was that not many people apply for jobs in Murang'a. But I think they do apply. As Senator Gay said, you are very near Nairobi. So I want to imagine many people applied. Can you give us that list of applicants, the shortlisted people, and the employed people? Yeah, and if they employ from while you are there, you can protest a bit that this is the law, or you're not following the law. So let's wait for that in 1 week. Give us that list, give us that information, so that we see how we can mitigate on this query. Auditor, the 1.4, 1.3, 1.4, that's generic, 1/3 basic salary rule because of the overtaxation. 1.4, fiscal responsibility, a bit generic, and leave it out. But let's look at 2.0. Failure to adhere to the fiscal responsibility principles on budget allocation to the county assembly. But also this one is generic because of the regulations and the CARA law. We're the ones who pass CARA. So you might want not to look at it because we are the ones who pass the CARA. But you can look at 3.0, irregularity on imprest management. Auditor?
Thank you, Chair. Paragraph 3.0, irregularity on imprest management. The statement of assets and liabilities, and as disclosed under Note 14 to the financial statements, reflects Kenya shillings 2,794,575 in respect of outstanding interest and advances as at 30 June 2024. The amount represents unsurrendered interest issued to various officers, some dating back to September 2023. It was not clear why the respective officers did not account for the interest or why the employer did not institute a recovery from the officers. This is contrary to Regulation 93, subsection 5 of the Public Finance Management County Government Regulations 20. Holder of a